Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another Unreal Engine tutorial. Today we are going to be making a turret. I'm going to show you how to make a turret that shoots at the player. First of all, let me organize stuff. Let me put a blueprint section. You can place it anywhere you like. I'm gonna put it in a folder called blueprints. Okay, I'm gonna create a it's a pawn. No, I'm gonna try pawn. Yes, and call it turret. Once you create your pawn over here, your pawn class, if this pops out, just open the full blueprint editor up the top. And now you have this empty pawn. Yes, and you go to components, add a pawn sensing. Yes, this is what you should add. And let me make it any degree you like. This is the peripheral vision angle. This it's basically is the field of view of the AI we're making right now, the turret AI. So I'm gonna put it at, I don't know, 60 is good. And let me try to make the actual turret model. So I'm gonna do this. This is the platform. You need to add an arrow over here to know which side is the front side. As you can see, it's pointing at this direction, so this is the front side. So let me do this. I accidentally named stuff to the meshes, but it's fine. So as you can see, we have this. Turn it at an angle like that. Bring it down. Try to make it as any way you like. I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, this seems good. This looks nice. I got this tube from the starter content, and the rest is just default in Unreal Engine. So you can make your own model, but right now I'm just gonna I did this right now. Okay, now group all of the top part together. We're gonna bring this and this together. I don't know why I named it S1WW. I was trying to move it, but accidentally wrote into its name. Okay, now we have this. As you can see now, if I just rotate this, everything will rotate with it. Okay, let me give it some texture. Now let's delete this useless arrow. Now we don't need it at all. Before we start with the blueprint section, let me add to this tube mesh, or you can put it in your turret mesh, whatever you like. I'm gonna add a sphere collision over here. I'm not gonna use it as a collision, but I'm gonna use it as a way of spawning the projectile. We'll give it like a 5. It just basically shows the spawn point of the projectile. Here we go. It spawns over here, and I'm gonna disable the collision for the sphere over here. This I'm gonna call it spawn point or projectile spawn, whatever you like. And now we need a way to know if the turret is facing the player or not. Oh wait, as you can see, if I try to rotate this thing, the pawn sensing will not turn with it, so I have to turn the entire actor, which is not good. So instead, I'm gonna constantly set this as world space. I'm gonna show you how. As you can see, the S, I'm gonna actually name it now. I'm gonna name it foundation. This foundation mesh, I'm gonna drag it over here and set world rotation to be 0, 0, 0. That's all. So it doesn't move at all. I'm gonna put this at construction script 2, so that you can't move it in the editor too. See, I'm just gonna copy and paste it over here, and it's gonna stay like that. Let me place the turret on the world, and now as I try to rotate it, the bottom part does not move, only the top. As you can see, there's a bit of twitching when you try to rotate, because in the construction script it updates whenever this thing updates. So if I move this, the entire thing moves, but in a split second, after a single frame, the foundation readjusts back to 000. Now we are going to finally start doing the AI part of the turret. So we are going to make a Boolean variable called can see player, and this will be true when you click on pawn sensing and go to events and click on see pawn. When it sees the player, it enables this, but after a short amount of time it disables, so that it would repeat and you can control how it works. I'm gonna show you. I'm bad at explaining stuff without showing things. Okay, the player right now is the third person character, yes. So I'm gonna put that cast over here, and if it sees the player, set that to true. As you can see in the pawn sensing, there is this sensing interval. So as you can see, there is 0.5 it's set. So every 0.5 seconds it checks again if it senses again, it sees things. So let me shorten it down to 0.1 or something like that. As you can see, it waits for a 0.1 seconds. So I'm gonna do a delay over here. I'm gonna do it a bit less than 0.1, so I'm gonna do it 0.09, and then it gets disabled immediately. This can see player will be disabled. Or let me do 0.95, so to make the gap smaller between the 0.1 and this number. So you just add a delay after the check mark. The delay should be slightly less than the sensing interval, then disable it again. So now let me print on the screen if it can see the player or not. So we do print string and put can see player. Let me see now. Right now it's false. As soon as I turn into field of vision, it becomes true. If I leave, it's false. As you can see, there's an error over here. As you can see, for like small frames, it switches between false and true. So to fix that, instead I'm gonna do this, something way better. So we get delta seconds. Where is it? Get world data seconds. Or wait, not world data seconds. I'm gonna get the tick interval for the AI, the turret. And then we put a subtract value over here and do this. Where is the pawn sensing? Over here, and do minus subtract. No, wait, not like that. We get the sensing interval. Get sensing interval and just do this, and hopefully this works. I want to see how much is the number. I'm gonna put it over here. Let's see, 0.1. So that's bad. It should not be 0.1, because as you can see, if I go over here, I can't check. Of course, I need to bring this back. Okay, let's see. It's false right now. It's true now. I leave. Okay, now it actually works. Okay, this is good. I thought it would not work, but anyway, now it can see the player, and when it leaves vision, it can't see it anymore. So this is useful, the can see player, so that when it shoots only when the player is visible to that AI. Hopefully this clear. Now we need to rotate the entire AI to look at the player. So we do set actor rotation like that. We split the rotation over here. The roll and pitch, I'm gonna just do get actor rotation and just attach it directly like that. And then the yaw will gonna be, we're gonna do find look at rotation. This thing gives us the direction the the direction at which to rotate the turret so it faces the player. So I'm gonna split this again, the return value, and attach the Z. In the start, in the fine look at rotation, we do get actor location. Basically the location of the actor, the turret actor, the start location of the looking thing. Okay. Let me move this on C-pawn and promote this to a variable so that we can use it. Yes, you don't have to rename it, but if you want to rename it, rename it. Okay, now before the set actor rotation, we need to check if the third person character is valid. So it won't rotate only if the third person character is valid. So let me copy this again, get actor location, and now the target is gonna be the third person character. So basically like similar to line trace, but slightly different. Okay, let me make a branch also here, so to make sure, just in case, we can do this. Can see player. If I try to go near it, once it sees me, it locks in directly like that, which is not good. We want it to rotate smoothly. If you don't want the player to stand on the turret, I think you can do this. I'm gonna add an invisible cone over here. As you can see, this cone will prevent anything from landing on it. I'm gonna make this invisible. Set visibility to nothing, like that. Anyway, now it looks at me directly, but the one problem is that as soon as it spots me, it teleports the entire thing like that, which is not good. To fix that, I think you can do this. Let me do make rotation, make rotator, yes, and drag everything here, drag this away, and combine this struct. Now we have this thing. If we try to combine this, we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna do r-interp. If there is r-interp here we go. We return the value in the new rotation, and this should not be the current, should be the target. And get actor and the current is gonna be the get actor rotation, but combined like that. And now the enter speed is whatever speed you like. I'm gonna leave it as 1, and I'm gonna do this get tick interval. Here we go. And now it's gonna rotate smoothly. Instead of get actor interval, because this was not working properly, we're gonna do get world delta seconds. It should be that, not the actor and tick interval. So I'm gonna leave it at the speed as, I don't know, 4. And now once we get into its view, it's gonna rotate smoothly now. Okay, now let's make it shoot. Let's make it shoot every 1 second. So to make it shoot, directly after here we place a do once node over here and a sequence, and then make a delay. So I'm gonna put every 1 second like that. We connect it back to the reset. So this happens like constantly in the tick, but if we do it and do once, just fires once and then waits for 1 second before it resets again. So it's like a controller for the tick speed. And now let's play a sound, the firing sound. Play sound at location. The location is gonna be get actor location, the location of the turret. This is gonna be the fire sound, which I don't have, which I have. No, that's the different fire sound. I'm gonna put the explosion sound because I don't have the bullet fire. I think if I play now, it's gonna show the explosion sound effect. Here we go. If I hide now, it stops because it cannot see me. Now let's create the projectile. We create an actor, call it projectile. You can use the first person projectile if you like. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make a sphere with a size of 0.25 maybe. That's good. Enter. And give it like, I don't know, metal shape, metal material, steel material. Yes, here we go. I forgot to give it physics. So here we go. Where is the physics? We simulate physics over here. Let me remove this too. In begin play, we do this. I think it's called impulse. Add impulse. Yes. The impulse direction. You know what? The impulse vector, I'm gonna promote to variable and call it impulse. Yes, that's good. This is gonna be editable and expose on spawn, the impulse variable. Let me make the default as, I don't know, 1,000 or 10,000. Now, whenever it plays the sound, it spawn actor from class over here, and the turret actor or blueprint. This spawn transform, you can just split it. The location is gonna be where is it? The projectile spawn. It's the thing we placed over here. This small thing. So we get world location like that, and connect that to the transform location here. And then rotation, we don't need that. And let me select the projectile we made. Projectile. The impulse over here, we are going to get forward vector. Get actor forward vector, this thing. You can use that and multiply it to whatever number you like. This is the strength. I'm gonna change this to float. Give it like 10,000, and then promote a variable and call this fire strength, and attach it to impulse. Now you can adjust the fire strength, and it shoots faster or slower depending on the number over here. Let me try it out right now. Let me ignore this one. See, it works now. The problem is right now it's angled upwards. Right now it's angled upwards, which is wrong. It should not, and it's shooting directly straight. It's angled upwards and shooting directly straight. So I am going to instead of get actor forward vector, I'm gonna do, where is this thing? Since it is the thing over here, this is the top of the component, this tube. I'm gonna name this as the muzzle. This muzzle, this direction over here is the top, up vector. So I'm gonna take this muzzle and do get up vector. Here we go. This should work. Let me see. Yes, it works. It's shooting upwards. But right now it's a bit too strong. I'm gonna set this to 5,000. It's shooting way too high. Let me see now. Here we go. It's working perfectly. Wait, now let me do something. As you can see in the first person character template, the projectile that comes with it disappears after a few seconds. So I'm gonna do the same over here. In the class defaults on the projectile, you scroll down and into the initial lifespan and give it like 5 seconds before it disappears. So you go to collision over here. Let me close this, and enable simulate generate hit events. Now it's enabled. Go to on component hit, and then the other actor, if it's the third person character or whatever character you have, you just destroy actor. Do not connect the target to the player, or else the player will get deleted, which is not good. As it shoots, it gets deleted. Now one last thing before we end this video, I am going to make a explosion particle, yes, at this area over here in the muzzle. So I am going to spawn particle at location. The particle is gonna be the explosion. Leave it as auto destroy and auto activate, and the location is gonna be the same over here, and the scale I'm just reduce it to 0.5 because it's gonna be huge. Here we go, now it works. Okay guys, I think that's all for this video. Oh my god, it's really loud over here. Let me go behind that. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, this tutorial. Hopefully you guys learned something new, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.